Peace, family. All right, we live. I'm a couple minutes late. My bad. Life be lifing. Welcome to another episode of Money Church Monday. That's right. This is where we talk about the spirituality of business, how to live rich in real life. And by rich, we don't just mean bread, paper, fiat. We do mean currency. We're talking about frequency, vibrations, how to raise your energy, raise your vibrations, raise your frequency while we build family wealth. For those who are new to the platform, my name is Jay Morrison. You can see it, Mr. Jay Morrison, that's me. 20-year real estate veteran, 25-year entrepreneur. Spent a little time in the streets off the porch, getting it in. And I be minding my family business. I mind that Morrison business. And peace, family. I see y'all checking in. What up? I have a saying, be the CEO of your last name. Be the leader and visionary for your family. And at 15 years old, my family was in poverty. I was the oldest son to my mom. We had drug addiction in our household. And I took to the streets to go get a bag for my family. Like I literally told myself, I remember at 17 years old, I started really getting money, doing well. And I was like, I might go to jail for a long time, but if my family is straight, I did my job. I'll be the sacrificial lamb for the family. Everybody want to be the goat, but nobody want to be the lamb. So I was cool with being the lamb for my family, but then I was able to one up that sacrifice. And now my sacrifice might be my time. It might be my reputation. It might be things in business, but it's not my freedom. It's not my life. As I leveled up into legitimate business in 2002, I started, but really 2005, I really got serious about real estate, mortgages, finance, landlording, flipping, developing, all that kind of stuff. And now today I'm a fund manager. This is our building right here, the Legacy Center behind us. This is 5,000 square feet downstairs, 5,000 upstairs, 20,000 square feet in the back, 2.6 acres, the whole campus. One of our developments under the Tulsa Real Estate Fund, historic company. But the cool part is not only was I able to do these things, I also passed this game on to my brother and my sisters and my mother. My mother got the game. My mother's a real estate agent. My mother's a landowner. My mother's an entrepreneur. My mother's a certified housing counselor. My mom closed our first family property in 1999 and since has owned 3 or 4 properties. And my younger brother, who's going to be on this live tonight, Art Morrison III, has been over now 25 real estate transactions, 7 million in real estate sales, only 3 years in the business after playing pro ball overseas and being an entrepreneur. And I gave the family business to my family. I gave the game that I learned about home ownership, about landlording, about house flipping, about creative financing, 100% financing, credit strategies, life insurance, building wealth. I minded my family business. I just didn't do it for me. That's right, W for moms, W for the moms, Mom Dukes, Queen Mother. But I was able to mind the Morrison family business and make sure that they got the game. And now my daughter's got the game. My wife has the game. We have the information, the strategy on how do we pull ourselves up by the bootstraps. And once we got the boots on, how do we go run and grow wealth? That's the real estate roadmap. So I'm gonna be bringing my younger brother on, Art Morrison, but Money Church Monday is a non-denominational, spiritual, entrepreneurial podcast. I'm a very spiritual man. I'm not a religious man, but I'm a relationship-driven man. I got a relationship with the Most High, the big homie. God is my business partner. I am bold enough to say that God is, in fact, my Father, Abba, Yah, Jehovah Jah Allah, is my business partner. And so, if he's my business partner, he's an author of all things, then, I can't lose, right? And so my family can't lose. Although that means it's not going to be all sweet all the time. There's sacrifices, there's adversity, there's trial, there's fire, there's Job-like moments. But I'm in good hands with God's my business partner. And so I've learned along this journey a lot about using this industry, real estate, to build wealth, create cash flow, sharpen your entrepreneurial skills. And my brother tapped into the game, and he's going to be joining us tonight to share his journey, his testimony, his story from, luckily, I took guardianship of my brother when he was 16 years old, Art Morrison. And I got him through high school, no misdemeanors, no felonies. Got him through college, played D2 basketball, got him through prep school, graduated college, and then played ball overseas for a couple years in Portugal. And then came back to be an entrepreneur. He had a good corporate job, but then started his entrepreneur journey. And then I kept just telling him, like, yo, bro, why don't you? And I think there's something in our families when we have someone that's successful in our families. When there's someone successful in our families, we don't necessarily want to follow their tracks, right? Especially in the Black community. You'll find in other communities, people will take on the track of the successful person in the family. They'll take that inheritance. Like, yo, I'll take the layup. Like, show me what you did. I'll run the family business. But for some reason, a lot of times in our community, we have somebody successful in our community, like a brother or father or uncle. We don't want to take on a family business. We want to prove to ourselves and prove to the world and prove to our ego that I did it on my own. I didn't need any handouts, any hand ups, anything, right? And I think that's a tragedy, though, that we don't mind our business properly. Your family business, that trade, that skill, that gift, that's an inheritance. That's somebody who paved the way and did more work on their watch to make your watch and your load even lighter. There's a sense of pride in being what we call self-made, as someone put in the comments, self-made, but there's even a doper opportunity to take what was already a foundation that was laid for you and then make that even more. Forget being self-made. How about making more? Can you take what was already presented to you and create abundance out of it and an opportunity for scale? And that's what I love my brother Art, King Art, is that he's like a better, different version of me. So where I'm more loud and what my wife calls gregarious maybe, or where I'm more of a visionary and outgoing, he's more tactical, more practical, more operational. So it goes really well. You got the CEO, big brother, visionary, and then you got the younger brother, operational, more technical. I literally run my whole business from my phone. I rarely get on my desktop. I don't own a laptop. I run multiple $1,000,000 companies, like all kind of extensive, complicated business, but I don't choose to put my effort into technology and or administrative, operational, whatever. It's just not, it's not my thing. I'm great in some other areas though. I'm a great writer. I'm great at math. I'm great at financing, right? But I stick to my strong suits and my gifts. And so it's cool when you have a family business that you can rely on your family to hopefully fit in those gaps that you have in your talent pool, right? So you know how we hire to our weaknesses, right? So you partner and you hire to your weaknesses. You don't gotta try to be good at everything. You shouldn't even profess to be a great or expert at everything because you're not gonna be. So I think as families, that's the first group economics. Before there's community group economics, can you do group economics in your family? Can you call your family and get a credit partner? Can you call your family and get a bag? Can you call your family and get some equity or down payment money, right? So I was excited, my brother had a flip for us, right? He's like, bro, I got this amazing flip. It's a slam dunk. We need 70 grand. I'm like, cool. I got money sitting right now that I'm not doing anything with, that I'm putting in my life insurance. So I borrowed against my life insurance that was earning me 9.5%. I'm going to borrow against my life insurance and I'm going to invest into this flip. So my money's still earning for me in my life insurance, cash value, but we just put it into a flip in New Jersey that's going to make us 60 to 70% return. Family business. My brother got a cash partner. I got an opportunity on autopilot. He's an operational partner and we all win. So life insurance with National Life. But just saying that to say, this is the opportunity we got to do real good family business. And tomorrow, my brother and I are hosting a workshop right here at the Legacy Center or live online, but it won't be on IG Live. It's private. So you guys can go to Legacy Center events. My brother's going to actually do a case study of how he bought his first 5 rental properties, right? So this is how he bought his first 5 rental properties with bad credit. And it's based off the no money down game that I bequeathed him, that he inherited. This is all part of his inheritance. Is the information first before the money. So I'm gonna type this in the chat real quick. I'm just gonna put it easy like this. How to buy 5 rental units, right? How to buy 5 rental units with bad credit, or even with bad credit. You don't got to do it with bad credit. It's easier with good credit, but how to buy 5 rental units with bad credit. And it's going to be a workshop tomorrow at the Legacy Center. The website is legacycenterevents.com. You guys are all invited to come attend live or in person if you're here in the Atlanta area. Atlanta Metro, pull up on us. How to buy, right? And this is going to be, hold on. I hate typing and talking. I just feel weird when I do it. 726, workshop. Workshop. Boom, ATL. Oh, I'll put STL. No, not St. Louis, fam. I ain't mad at the Ludo, but it's ATL. So you guys are all invited at legacycenterevents.com. Put the website in the chat right now. My brother Art's going to join us. It was an amazing story. I like Art's story because my story is literally the rags to riches story. My story really is like poverty, prison, 2.5 years in prison, drug trafficker, like all that, like all the gangster stuff. Reformed and refined, although I'm dressed down today. But my brother's story is a lot more corporate trappish, college trappish, more refined, like what you get when your brother was a successful, like not what you get when your brother became a successful businessman after enduring the streets. That's my brother's story, like the aftermath, right? So this is legacycenterevents.com, guys. Link is in the bio too. Legacy Center Events. .com. I feel like Jada in the comments over there. Link in bio. All right, bet. I'm done typing. I type so like, oh man, I hate it. I'm gonna pin this real quick to the chat, and Art should be hopping on at any moment. But you guys can all come to this event again. LegacyCenterEvents.com. Link in bio. Workshop tomorrow. Oh, I'll put 7. Okay, cool. 726. There he goes. My bro on. Get some of his journey, his story. This real estate game is serious. We're gonna go over a case study tomorrow. There he goes. What up, Kevin?
Peace, everyone. Peace, bro.
It's just mind your family business. That's all.
Absolutely.
Okay. You know, shaved the beard on him?
Nah, I just took it down a little bit. I got to do barber, you know what I mean? Faded me out. It's coming back, though, but.
I'm over here scruffy muffy, man. It's like I'm grinding. I feel like I'm on the block for 3 days.
I got a little bump the other day. I was about to take my joint all the way off, start fresh, go clean on them, you know.
All right, so listen, so I talked you up, man. You know, I was always super proud of you, excited that we get to do business together. Now, mind you, my brother's like 10 years younger than me, so he got to watch me like literally grow up. And I watched him grow up. Actually changed his diapers for real. But bro,
real personal, diaper cleaning, and you was cleaning my diapers, I was cleaning your sneakers.
That's a fact. That's a fact. It's that brother relationship. So bro, I'm also excited because a lot of times people have family members they do business with, particularly even brothers, and ain't no brotherly love. It'd be like Cain and Abel type vibes. It's like covetedness, it's jealousy, it's envy, it's all of that. Actually, let me ask you that. As Jay Morrison's younger brother, and just watching me through the years, I've never, ever even sensed a gleam in your eyes of jealousy or envy, no matter if it was like my first million in 2007, was my first 100,000 in 98, 99, like whatever it was. Yeah. Like I just never like sensed. So tell me about that. It might inspire somebody. Like how'd you watch essentially a successful, and I have ups and downs, but always dynamic and successful brother, and always like stay in your own bag without like swerving into my lane?
Yeah, I have 2 answers. One to what you just asked, but I think you were alluding to another question, right? So the answer to staying in your own lane is quite simple. That's the easy one. It's like really find what you like to do. So if I wasn't confident, forgetting myself, but in my lane. So imagine if I didn't even like playing ball. I just play ball because everybody's playing ball. It's easy for me to start looking over at the football players, the drug dealers, the cool kids, the smart kids, and start being insecure and envious. It's easy, but I found actually something I love to do. So I'm challenging everybody first and foremost to find something that you actually enjoy doing. That's the easy answer. That's the, like, how do you stay in your own lane? In regards to the envy, though, and that, like, weirdness, that weirdo stuff that we see on the internet and weirdo stuff we see among other families and extended family and whatever, yo, it's very simply about how you're raised. I'm giving all glory to Lori, all glory to Lori, all glory to my mom. Yo, and honestly, daddy too. Like, it was always about what we had going on. From a daddy perspective, it always was like, yo, we the SHIT, right? Like, like, that's
The
how
Morrisons, like, yeah, you're a Morrison, like, you know what it is.
it was a pride thing, it was a self-pride thing, but then on mommy's end, it was such a love thing. Like, on so many occasions, my brother, I don't know how much he's told this story, but growing up, I can remember 5 occasions off the top of my head right now where people who were not family or were extended family stayed with us out of the love of my mom. My mom has had my dad's kids with other women live with us because they needed a place to stay. My mom has had her sisters from another mother that her father had kids with, right? Stay with us. Her kids, her and her family, stay with us. It was a different level of, like, yo, no matter. And their kids. And the kids' kids. Like, yeah, so that, like, love can certainly be taught, and it's so embedded in us. That's why I think we struggle to react in a negative way, because, like, we just was raised off so much love, just off the strength. Like, oh, they go to the same church as us? Love. Oh, that's a cousin of a cousin? Love. Like, that's, and growing up, now I'm grown, I see all these people that are in my network or in my family tree that my mother introduced me to, and now that I'm an adult, I'm like, yo, that ain't even really my cousin. Like, there was no duty from a family perspective, right, to love that person. So I'm saying all this to say that when you strengthen that, this in here, the nucleus of, like, this is my actual real brother, like, his room is 2 rooms down from me. Why would I ever even consider at any point in our lives coveting what he has, envying what he has? Why wouldn't I just be inspired or informed or educated, right? Like, why wouldn't I just ask if I needed something, ask if there was information I was lacking, give information that I had that my brother needed? It's a no-brainer when you're built on this foundation of love.
Yeah, no, that's beautiful too. Like, and God is love. And, like, we're on Money Church, y'all. Again, the spirituality of business, how to live rich in real life. Rich meaning currency, frequency, vibration, how to raise the bar, how we maneuver out here. Because a lot of times it gives real dog eat dog kind of vibes. When we talk about building wealth, we talk about money, we act like we have to lower our frequency because we're talking about getting paid or building wealth. But, I read the word daily, the Bible. Like, I can't speak for nobody else in what gods y'all worship. I worship the God of Abraham, of Isaac, of Joseph, of Jacob, right? That's just me, right? I can't speak for y'all. Y'all might be EB this, y'all might be that, y'all might be what. Listen, the Father of nations, the one I am that I am, that God, the Holy Bible God, and I'm not Christian. I just follow the book that Christians follow. But I'm not into religion. I'm into relationship. I can read the Bible for myself and see how God wants me to behave, move, and act. I can see his commandments. I can see his laws. I can see his statutes. But one thing I'm also getting from reading the Bible is, as I read through the first 5 books, which is called the Torah, essentially. They call it the Torah. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. But as I got through it, and I'm on Judges now, so I'm reading the Bible in chronological order, like a book, like a regular book. Like you get from, like, Barnes & Noble. Like, read this book. And I'm seeing how much of it is about lineage. It's like, this person is the father, this person begat this person. And it's all this lineage from Adam of, like, and then Abraham, and then Isaac and Joseph, and then the 12 tribes, and then, or Jacob, who was called Israel, right? Jacob's AKA was Israel. And we talk about the people of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel, it's just Jacob's seeds. It's his kids. And his kids' kids. And his kids. And that's right. Family business. And how God promised them land, how they fought for land, and how they married for land, and how they strategized around land and its resources. But it showed me the importance of legacy and lineage and genealogy. Like, yo, your family, your last name, even if it happens to be your former slave master's last name, that last name is so important. and who you relate to, how you guys build together, and having common core values. You mentioned love earlier. It's about
Yeah.
common core values, just like any company. Your last name is a company, it's an organization. Somebody got to be the leader and visionary in an organization, the CEO. But your last name is just a company. And you have to have core values in that company. How do y'all move? How do the Morrisons move? How do the Howards move? How do the Bushes move? Right? What's okay to us? What's not okay to us? And so
Yeah.
I got a lot of that from like how I'm looking to build my side of the Morrison men family and family tree, but it's rooted in those values, but that's rooted in that book, that holy book. But just showing us how we move. So like I can give us financial game, spiritual game, and just leading our family holistically. But I think like that's truly living rich, right? Is we can show your family how to get money, how to own assets, how to create cash out of thin air, how to keep assets. But then you can show your family how to actually live well, move well, and be good people within that the same kind of vibe.
Absolutely. In every organization, we have what's called an org chart. And whether you want to look at it as a hierarchy or whatever, at the end of the day, everybody has roles. So it was very easy for me to identify, okay, this is my brother's role in my life and in our family. I have my own role. Now, what we're about to get into is how I started diving in and assisting and then ultimately partnering in what was my brother's role from a wealth building perspective, financial literacy perspective, if you will, obviously real estate perspective, which we'll get into. But his role in the family was to make sure that every pillar, every man, woman, everybody in the family, however you want to look at it, got that information and obtained that ability. Same thing goes for me in what I was doing. So we take back to the beginning of the conversation. I've always been secure in what I was doing. So I spent my whole life trying to play basketball. I ended up reaching my goal of playing professional basketball. It was a big deal for me. You can't play professional basketball forever. I no longer play. But I started a youth basketball organization, and one of the coolest things was when it was my nephew's time to begin playing basketball, there was not a question, a thought, or anything of what was about to happen. We knew that it was my responsibility and my duty not only to teach him basketball and get him where he is today, he's going into his sophomore year, but now I have a continued duty to get him to college, right? Help him navigate. He don't have to navigate. I remember I got my first letter from college for basketball, and nobody knew what to do. Mom, me, myself, no, everybody was like, oh, what does this mean? We ain't know about an SAT, a clearinghouse. We ain't know because nobody had navigated that. Now that I navigated that, no other athlete, I'll even say athlete, but if you want to take it specific to basketball, no one will ever have to go through that blindly. That's my responsibility. I won't be doing my duty if anybody comes up in the family or in the organization and says, hey, I want to play basketball and I don't assist. It's foolish.
Mm-hmm.
So when that table turned for me and I was done playing professionally, and I have my youth basketball organization, it runs to this day, but it was time for me to say, all right, I'm growing up, I'm getting more mature, I need to make some more money. I knew where to go. My brother, who's a master at building wealth for our family through real estate, this is where I go. And I ended up being good at it and being able to scale that, but I knew exactly where to go. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you pay your bill, you call your, whatever the bill company is, and you press the button of where to go in the directory before they even say it. Because you took that call before.
Well, listen, honestly, though, on a most basic level, we all been doing it our whole life. It's like when it's time for the cookout, you know to call Aunt Kay for the beans. Like, you know where to go.
Right.
You know to call Aunt Betty for the mac and cheese. Like, yo, when there's a fight in the hood, you know to get Cousin Mylan. You know to get, it's a beef going on. We know what we going to, right? We all of you all, right, watching live. I'm sure right now, by show of hands and live, if it was time for a cookout, put in the chat right now what auntie or what uncle, who you go to in your family right now. It was a cookout tomorrow.
You know what I mean?
Black House cookout tomorrow. Put in the chat right now what auntie, what uncle, what cousin, who y'all calling, or are you the go-to? Put in the chat right now. Who's your cookout go-to in your family? You know who it is when it's time. Thanks. Just like if you need to get a loan in the family, like, yo, we need some bread. You know that one person in the family, you need to get some bread. You know exactly. Look, he said Papa in the ribs. You already know.
Yeah.
Look, you know exactly what I said. Me.
Me, yeah.
You know exactly who to go to when it's that time. But the same
Yeah.
thing goes for wealth building, real estate, credit, right? Different strategies. You got that go-to in the family, and that's what we talk about, is being a go-to person in your sphere of influence.
Yep. So what's magical about our partnership is that well, we go into so much detail, but long story short is as you grow within your space, you plant these seeds within your family and it could begin to grow without you. So for you, as you started tapping into your more socio-economical and political fight, right, there was room for me to kind of step into that real estate space and move the family real estate business forward in the same way that when I'm making so much money in real estate and I don't ever want to see another basketball, hopefully there's somebody else in the family who can carry that torch. And same thing goes for when Graham is too old to cook on Thanksgiving anymore, or when this person
Right.
there's
That's
lineage,
inheritance.
right?
That's legacy, and that's inheritance.
Yeah. Yep.
That's awesome. So real quick, tomorrow, guys, Tuesday night at 7:30 Eastern, virtually as an online training or in person here at the Legacy Center in Atlanta, we have an event. My brother's going to showcase and do a case study and workshop. I'll be here as well. We're going to go over how Art closed his first 5 rental units, even with bad credit, off these strategies. He got in the game and was able to close these deals. We're going to show you the actual properties, going to show you the money he made, the rental income, the equity, etc. So if you're interested in getting into real estate as a beginner, we're going to show you how my brother began his journey into real estate, and now is dozens of transactions in, etc. So all you all are invited, legacycenterevents.com. Click the link in my bio as well for you guys to join online, virtually, or in person here in Atlanta. Don't miss it and get some exact, precise strategy and proof, case study of how these strategies work.
You can't miss it. I spent a few hours today on the presentation. I have a lot of special things for you all tomorrow, but you actually can't afford to miss it. I don't care where you are in real estate. I don't care if you just starting or if you're already I don't care if you already own property. Some of the strategies that I'm bringing tomorrow, you can't afford to miss. I single-handedly changed my life with these 2 deals. It's only 2 transactions. I've done 25. On these 2 transactions, my life was changed. In my first year, about a year and a half of real estate, I acquired these 5 units. I had bad credit. I had no cash, which I got a little bonus. I know the title is with bad credit, but I'm also going to slip in some no cash strategies in there. And it was so life-changing. Here's why. Yes, I increased my net worth $200,000 off these 2 deals. Yes, I increased my yearly cash flow, annual cash flow, net operating income, right? I increased to almost $72,000 a year. But forget all that. The mentality that I gained from these 2 deals, the way I look at not just real estate, but life now, the fact that I had bad credit and no money and still changed my life, I look at everything different. Nothing is impossible. So you can't afford to miss this message tomorrow, because even if it's not real estate, even if it's something else, I just can't wait to show you that no matter your situation, because I know your situation not as bad as mine was. I know it wasn't. I challenge you to bring a worse situation tomorrow, right? I'm challenging you. But if your situation was not in a good place, you need to see this webinar tomorrow. That's why I'm so excited. I get passionate about it, because I saw an immediate result of my life change. And then fast forward, I've seen my net worth still to this day off these same 2 deals increasing every year, right? My kid, off these 1 properties, my kid's college is paid for off my first property right now. I don't even have kids. So that type of life-changing activity, everybody needs. So wherever you at in your life, man, join this webinar. It's gonna be a lot of fun tomorrow. It's gonna be relaxed, be chilling.
Shout out
I'm
to
super excited.
MXTV Williams. He just registered. Yeah, if you just registered, man, put in the chat right now. You registered. You already registered. You just registered right now. Put in the chat, register.
Who's coming?
Like,
Who's gonna
fam,
be there?
it's a layup. No pun
Yeah.
intended. My brother played pro ball. It's a layup.
It's a layup.
Think how intimidated we are to get 1 property or 1 rental unit, let alone to get 5 rental units off 2 properties. In how many years?
So I did 4 properties in my first year and a half, but these were the 2 that were like rental units, right? So I did 2 flips and two multifamilies. Excuse me.
Gotcha. first year out,
Yo,
man.
you're gonna, after you learn this information and you do one deal, I challenge y'all to meet somebody in real estate who did one deal and was like, all right, I'm straight. You're gonna do another deal because you're gonna see it. You're gonna be like, oh, it's not that hard. Oh, dang, all right, so I did this with a 580 credit score. My credit's 620 now. I gotta do another one. Like, it's a no-brainer. I did this with only $5,000 to my name. Now I'm making an extra 20 grand a month. I mean, a year off that last deal. I gotta do another one. Once you learn this play, you're gonna repeat this model. I don't care if it's once a year. I don't care if it's once every 5 years.
That's the dope part about it. Like, you could do real estate at whatever pace you like, because all it is owning a piece of the earth. So a little piece here of the earth, grab a little piece here of the earth, grab a big piece of the earth, grab a commercial piece of the earth. Like, yo, you just chipping away, and you don't gotta do like, oh, I'm a full-time real estate investor. Nah, be full-time, whatever you do. Just
you don't gotta be full-time. Exactly. Yo, my favorite strategy is, especially what we're gonna be teaching tomorrow. I don't want to spill the beans, but the way we're teaching it tomorrow is even with a minimal amount of money down. It's a special loan that allows you to get a minimal amount of money down, but you have to basically occupy the property for a year. Under that model, you still could buy one property a year every single year. I tell everybody, yo, if you did that for 10 years straight, even 5 years straight, the amount of wealth you would build from that, a 5-year binge of buying one property a year, or a 10-year binge of buying one property every 2 years. Yo, after 10 years, the amount of wealth you're gonna build.
Your 10-year self would thank your right now self. Like,
all day.
Good job, self.
Yeah, thank you for everything.
Blue Real said, let's go. That's right, let's go. Somebody said land or real estate. Same thing.
Right.
Land is real estate. Real estate
Sneakers
is land.
or shoes.
It's the same thing. You're right. Sneakers or shoes. Like, yo, come get this work.
Yeah, same game. This strategy applies. We're gonna try to keep it as specific as we can. As y'all can see, we both get excited, and you could just really go down a rabbit hole of the different ways you can find yourself in real estate. We're going to try to keep it specific tomorrow to house hacking. If you don't know what house hacking is, tap in tomorrow so you can learn. We're going to try to keep it specific to if you got bad credit. But again, these strategies, no matter where your situation is, you're going to be able to use, whether you're a beginner, whether you're experienced, whether you want to do this full time, whether you want to do it part time, whether you just want to get your first house. Either way, you want to be there tomorrow. It's going to be a very special event.
That's a fact. He said, help build another black house in my city. Listen, we're going to be franchising these soon. That's the play. It's a black house franchise. But you know what's interesting, too, that a lot of us, we miss is that forget you just learning it for you. So your credit might be good. You already might got property. But you learning it for the other person in your family so they can have their come up and not come up off of you. Sometimes you can learn to be selfish. I'm going to learn this to show my family some game that'll allow them to be able to make money without coming to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it a step further of being selfish, right? My career, this is me being honest with y'all. I'm only wealthy because of partnerships. That's why. I'm only wealthy because of who I've been able to partner with. So the more I can empower people around me with information that makes them a good partner, or AKA somebody I could use, has made me more money and makes them money. Win-win. Me hoarding all the information, I'll probably be 30% how rich I am today. Easily. If I tried to keep it all to myself and do everything by myself, I would have a third of the wealth that I have today. But because I included everybody, King Ramel in the building, because I included everybody, right? Another hero, right? So but my point is, you want this information, you want to share it, you want to partner, and that's the fastest way to grow your wealth. Honestly, tomorrow webinar is going to be a lot of partner talk. So, you know what I mean? I even encourage you to share this, have other people hop on the webinar with you so you guys can leverage. You're not going to be able to leverage a lot of the strategies I teach you by yourself tomorrow. You're going to need partners. You're going to need people. Bring as many people as you want. You know what I mean? Like, it's that type of game.
It is, but like, But this is why we talk about this topic tonight for Money Church is family business. Like
Oh,
that,
wow. See, I didn't even know.
that could be your blood family. That could be your homeboy, homegirl family. That could be family of in your business, your organization. But King Ramel will tell you, he took the same strategy, being a go-to person in his sphere of influence. Did his first 3 family, no money down. Same strategy. Like this been the game. We're just breaking it down, showing you case study and proof and evidence. Like we all got the same opportunity in us. In all of our neighborhoods, all of our communities, we just missing the information.
Yo, if you need more to feel comfortable, like we talking about us, we talking about family, we talking about be right? Black people, underserved, whatever. Yo, this ain't even that. Everybody doing this. We behind. We gotta catch up.
Right.
Every other community, they doing these strategies already. The partner and leverage and even know how to do it. But they know they're doing that. I seen it firsthand. I'm like, oh, I thought it was. I can't wait till tomorrow so I can really express and really like, you know what I mean? But I'm thinking like, oh, I thought this was ghetto business. No, this is how business is done in the real estate game. This is how it's supposed to be done. Right? Like, yo, you posted something, King, about like we'll put a car in somebody else's name, right? Without giving away some of what we teach them. We'll put a car in somebody else's name. We'll put a cable in somebody else's name, right? All of that, cosign, credit card. But when it comes to real estate, every wealthy person knows that same strategy that we use for cable is a strategy that you can use to grow your real estate portfolio 2 times as fast. That's all I'm gonna say without spilling tomorrow, spilling what we teach tomorrow. That same strategy that we use. Look, when we don't have credit, when our credit bad, we figure out every way to get a WIT though. We'll figure out every way to get the cable on.
How to go on vacation.
We'll figure it out. We're gonna figure that out. But if we apply that same strategy and more that we're teaching tomorrow to the real estate game, everybody, no matter where you are now from a wealth and financial perspective, can achieve true wealth from what we teach tomorrow. So I'm so excited, man. I'm passionate about it, if y'all can't tell.
Yeah, and here's the dope part we didn't even cover. We'll talk about it more tomorrow during the webinar. Again, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. You guys can tune in online. There will be a replay available as well. Yes, there'll be a replay available online or in person here at the Black House. But we didn't even cover real estate has the benefits of it, right? So Art mentioned the $200,000 in equity from these properties. That's for his kids he haven't even got yet. The cash flow, rental income from these properties. He didn't mention that the tax advantages. So now his basketball training business, as is profitable, he can take the losses or depreciation from his real estate and write that off against his other incomes. He's paying less in taxes. So you get the tax advantages, the power, the control, the morale boost, seeing your name on that deed or having a property you control or you own. All these things are all benefits that we get from these assets. So it's like, we'll be so creative to make moves for entertainment, right? Like you said, for cable, to watch a show, to go on vacation, to get a car, and a car we probably can't even afford. We'll be so creative to do those things, but they won't be as creative or as intentional when it comes to actually building wealth and something substantial for the family. And I was happy that not only was I able to give you this information, and I got this game in 2005, 2006 doing mortgages. I literally was doing mortgages for a Hispanic family, for an Asian family, and I was watching how they were structuring their deals together. I'm like, yo, like really?
Yeah.
Really? Like to your point, you think that a lot of times in the Black community, we put everyone else on such a pedestal that we think that everybody else has all the money and all the cash. It's not so much the money and cash they have as is the information and strategy they have. So it's like, money don't make you smart. Like a dummy can hit the lotto. A dummy can get a lawsuit. Like, because you got money didn't now make you smart. You can literally be a millionaire and still be not too bright, right? Smart means you're smart. Money don't make you smart. Tomorrow, we want to make you guys real estate smart. Tomorrow, 7:30 Eastern, on live, private webinar, or in person right here in Atlanta at the Black House. Go register, legacycenterevents.com. Click the link in the bio. This is one of my brother and I, one of our first events together. Like we do a lot of business together. We have a lot of property together. We made a lot of money together, over 6 figures together, going on 7 really, counting our equity. But this is an opportunity for you guys to get smart with us. Learn from Art's experiences, from my vast experiences, and others in the room. Like, come join the roadmap, man. Like, how to house hack and get your first 5 rental units, even with bad credit. Live stream tomorrow, in person in Atlanta tomorrow. Simple little masterclass. This is like a Chick-fil-A run. This is not a big conference ticket. This is not some expensive exclusive. I got to go figure it out. This is a Chick-fil-A run. This is a few martinis after work. This ain't even a full tank of gas. No matter what car you drive.
I'm about to say that. In inflation, it might not be a few martinis. It might be 1 martini for you and who you with. Like the price point is really low. Somebody said, is it available online? Just for clarity, this is a virtual event as well as in person. If you like me, you like my face, I'll be honest with you. This is my first in-person real estate speaking event. I would love for, if you in Atlanta, come through. I would love to see as many people as possible and get that energy so I can really put on an excellent presentation for you all. But if you can't, it's available via live stream.
And replay available. Again, live and in person. Art Morrison III, Jay Morrison the Great. The Morrison brothers will be in the building at the Legacy Center, the big black building, 3015 R. Martin Street. You must register, though, at legacycenterevents.com. I'm going to try to get a shape up, but I don't know how it's going to go. But art to be clean for y'all. I'm going to wear something nice.
Right, exactly. I'm going to have a T-shirt on. Y'all see how I be coming. All gas. But I'm excited for tomorrow, bro. Yeah, I can't wait when I touch down. We'll link. But everyone, I'll see you all tomorrow. And come ready to learn. Come ready to kick off your journey. This gonna pop somebody off. I don't know if it's you. It's gonna pop somebody off if you're watching this. Somebody's gonna pop off. I hope it's you.
Yeah, somebody will be coming back in 6 months, 4 months, 3 months. Like, hey, bro, I went to the class and I followed it and got my doors.
Yeah.
Let's
Follow
get it.
play.
For y'all support. We look forward to pouring in, and I look forward to watching. I want to watch my brother teach. Like, I'm always teaching for 10, 12 years now. I'm gonna sit back, watch me. Like, that's another inheritance, right? That's another inheritance. Is the service, is the teaching, is the instruction. Like, so my brother he done took my courses. Like, yo, so just so you guys know, I didn't like give my brother the game like I did everything for him. I gave him access to the same curriculum you guys have access to. He had to actually take my curriculum to learn. Now, a little advantage. You call me on the side for sure, but
right.
You guys have the same opportunity. Take the same curriculum, same coaching, same mentorship, same one King Ramel took. The guy that turned him up. Same one that so many others took around the country that got them turned up. You guys have this opportunity for the same training, same curriculum that Art put to work, and is now 25 real estate transactions in, over 7 million in real estate sales in, right? Multiple doors, over a dozen doors, off the same strategy. Y'all got the same opportunity. Preparation plus opportunity equals success. You got to go get it, though.
Layup. Easy money.
Layup. All right, bro, man. Any closing words before we get out of here?
No closing words at all. You just said it best, but ultimately, it's not hard work. It's just determined work. You gotta want to do it. So, like, what we're teaching tomorrow, and like the work that I executed, that King Jay is talking about, I don't even it wasn't hard. It's just application. If you're gonna be shook and not want to apply it, then I guess you can consider it hard. But it's not even anything to be afraid of. Think about how many houses there are in the world. This will make me comfortable. Think about how many houses there are in the world. Somebody owns all of them. So what we're doing and teaching ain't new. Like, it's not special.
Every single house is owned.
Every single house is owned by somebody. Well, you could at least have one, right? So don't be intimidated by these strategies. Come tomorrow and let me show you how easy it actually is, and motivate you to just push over that first hump and apply what we're teaching. And I promise from there, you're going to be motivated and equipped and you're going to take it to the stars from there. You're going to surpass me. You're going to surpass King Jay. But just pull up on that training tomorrow and get your journey started.
That's fire. Listen, I love that one, yo. Listen, every piece of land and property you see, somebody own it. If the city own it, the state own it, a landlord own it. Every property or anything you see, land, commercial building, hotel, strip mall, church, somebody owns it. Somebody or some entity owns it. And we know God ain't making no land. So, like, whoever owns the most land wins. Tomorrow we'll see all replays available. It'll be online, virtual training, and in person. So you get either or. Come on, pull up. Appreciate y'all for the support, bro. I love you, man. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm gonna sit back and put my feet up and see what you do. Show your business. What up, King? Appreciate you.
Peace, peace.
One love. All right, guys. We'll see y'all tomorrow, man. The Morrison Brothers family business in real life.
Peace, peace, everyone, bro. Thanks for having me.
Peace.